Hey, what's up guys? Phil here from Aspire Fitness. Welcome back to the channel. So we have another fun recipe for you guys today. We got Filipino style meal prep. Today's recipe is going to be all about something called sisig. It's kind of like a pork stir fry dish. Traditionally they use pork belly, but in today's recipe we're going to be using pork loin. It has a lot more protein and way less fat than usual. So let's get cooking up, guys. One of my favorite things about making this channel is trying out different cuisines and making it for ourselves. We recently tried sisig and it was a mixture of savory and spicy flavors with an awesome crispy texture. Our recipe aims to emulate that same flavor profile while keeping the fats low and the proteins high. So as always, the ingredient list and the recipe will be down in the description below, so make sure you get everything before you start this recipe. We're going to be starting it off with 1 pound of pork loin, 1 chopped red onion, 1 tablespoon each of jalapeno and bell pepper, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon powder, 1 tablespoon each of butter and lemon juice, a teaspoon each of salt and pepper. And this step is totally optional, but you can add some mayo for some creaminess. We use the low fat version here. First things first, let's cook up our pork chops. Traditionally these are pan fried with pork belly, so you'd see the pan fill up with rendered fat. Since we're using pork loin, which has way less fat, we're going to need a bit of oil to emulate that crispiness. We're going to cook these up for 3 to 5 minutes on each side depending on how thin your pork is. There's really nothing worse than overcooked pork loin. It gets really tough in there since it doesn't have any fat. Make sure it's around medium done and you'll be good to go. After you get some nice color on both sides, you want to take out the pork and let them rest on a cooling rack so we can safely cut them into little cubes. If you look at the bottom of the pan, you'll see that there's a lot of rendered fat and oil, which we want to discard since there will be too many calories coming from fats if we keep them in. Pork loin is so versatile and this is really one of the best ways to make it. After the pork loin has rested, let's chop it up into little bite-sized cubes and start prepping our other ingredients. Now that all of our pork is chopped up into bite-sized pieces, let's add in our red onions that we chopped up off screen and our peppers that we also chopped up off screen. You ideally want these to be bite-sized as well since they'll cook faster and more evenly. Adding in the red onions and the chili really added so much flavor to this dish. It was actually really spicy, so if you can't take too much heat, make sure to go easy on the jalapeños. Now that everything's all mixed up, let's add in salt and pepper to taste, some chicken bouillon powder, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a tablespoon of lime juice, and a tablespoon of light mayo to finish. I'm actually not a huge fan of mayo at all, but you really can't taste too much of it in this recipe, so taking it out is totally fine as well. Make sure to also taste it so you can adjust to the flavors you like and you prefer. This came out perfect for us, but you might like it saltier or less salty. Let's get on to lightly cooking the mixture once more. This is just to add a bit of color and to get those vegetables softened up a bit. We're also going to be reheating these all throughout the week, so undercooking this a little bit actually yielded in the best results. We actually tried this without the butter, but it really came out pretty dry since we discarded the fats from earlier. The butter really adds in some much needed juiciness and some good flavors, so why not? This dish needs some fats in here, so 1 tablespoon of butter will be plenty for 3 servings. Let's cook it up for 3 to 5 minutes or so on medium heat and let's get to plating. We're at my favorite part of the video once again, which is going to be the plating. I've been getting a lot of questions about these bento boxes, so I'll make sure to put a link in the description below if you want to get yourselves one. We're actually in the process of making our own bento boxes, so you guys can get yourselves one once they're up for sale. After doing the calculations for these meals, each of these came out to 442 calories with 36 grams of protein, 43 grams of carbs, and 16 grams of fat. Traditionally, you'd see the fats are the highest number out of the 3, so we really did some work with this recipe. I'm sure this is untraditional to what most recipes call for, but it's a great way to enjoy one of your favorite Filipino dishes without too much guilt. Like I always say, you can adjust any of the ingredients to fit your diet or your flavor preferences. You can use pork belly if you want to stay traditional and add in some chicken livers if you want to, but we decided not to. Let us know what you changed up and how it came out. So that is really it for the recipe, guys. If you missed any of these steps, feel free to look in the description for the ingredient list and the step-by-step recipe. If you're looking for more written recipes that we haven't featured on the channel, then make sure to check out our cookbook, which is on sale for $14. It would really help out the channel and we appreciate anyone who comes to check it out. We're having so much fun with these videos and it's so cool to see people who actually come to watch these. We really appreciate every single one of you guys and we hope you're having a great time dieting with our recipes. Make sure to check out our other meal prep videos for Asian meal prep ideas, and also if you can, make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys on the next one.